accompany us as we travel to and forward, asking Him to be with us as we make decisions tonight that will affect your lives. We are all together trying to make things as they should be. In Jesus' name, we ask you to be with us. Amen.
Amen. Thank you. Please stand with me as we pledge allegiance to our flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Board of Adjustments is a 9-member board. We're appointed by the City Council. We serve on a voluntary basis without compensation. Our procedure for conducting business is each petitioner will be given the opportunity to come make your presentation. Please speak clearly into the mic and be prepared to answer any questions anybody on the board may have or anyone in the audience that may have some questions or some comments about your presentation. Once we receive public testimony on a particular item, members of the board will deliberate and we will render our decision. I'll remind the members with personal or for any financial interest, you're required to recuse yourself from voting. Any testimony submitted by the petitioner on behalf of the petitioner during presentation of the agenda item will be binding as to any decision the board makes relative to the motion. I'll remind the members of the board, if a motion is made to deny a particular item, a reason must be given. At this time, I'll introduce the members of the board that are here tonight. Ms. K.T. Brown, Mr. Steve Hughes, Mr. Nathan Williams, Ms. Jennifer Shaw, Mr. Bart Prince, Mr. George Howell Jr., and I'm John Stanley, your chairman. Our planning control staff here tonight is Robert Smith and Tommy Tyson, and Ms. Tanya Ingram, our recording secretary. We have 7 members here. We may have 2 more coming. It requires 5 votes to approve a motion. Any questions? Item number 1 has been delayed. That was to be have been presented by Vaughn Forest Baptist Church, requesting a special exception for an assisted independent living facility to be located at 8660 Vaughn Road in an Ag 1 district. So if you're here in regards to that particular item, it has been delayed indefinitely. Okay, thank you. Okay, we've got a request for a petitioner to delay his item, Mr. Alfred Jones. We're going to go ahead and take Mr. Jones. Mr. Jones, you want to come forward? You were going to request a side yard variance and a rear yard variance for an accessory structure to be located at 310 Airhead Drive in an Ag 2 zoning district. And you have requested that it be delayed, or would you like to go ahead and present it?
Yes, I am officially requesting a delay at this time.
A delay until when?
Next meeting, January.
Okay. All right. Mr. Tyson, does that require a vote from the board to request a delay?
We normally have carried them over automatically if there's no one here to present it. I don't recall one that's been actively present and asked for a delay.
Yeah.
I'd like to know a reason, though.
Can you give us a reason, sir? Because this is not normal, okay? Normally, you would delay it prior to the notice so that anyone here that was coming could be notified or at least know ahead of the meeting.
Well, this is all new to me as well. I apologize. I have counsel, and they asked me to request a delay, and that's what I'm doing because this is all new to me. I'm not from Alabama. My wife's not from Alabama.
Okay.
Veterans in the Air Force.
We're going to honor your request. We're going to delay it and delay it till the next meeting, which is the 3rd Thursday in January.
It's January the 18th.
Thank you very much.
January the 18th, 5 p.m.
I apologize for any inconvenience I may have caused.
Okay. All right.
Have
Thank
a
you.
great evening.
So anyone here in opposition to that particular item or in support of it, it's been delayed until January the 18th.
And that was number 6?
Number 6.
Okay.
Item number 2 is presented by Edward Frazier Jr., requesting a special exception to park a recreational vehicle on a parcel located at 5581 Felder Road in the Ag 1 zoning district. I have to recuse myself on that particular item. I turn it over to Ms. Brown to handle that for us.
Is Mr. Frazier present?
My name is Mark Dauber. I'm a real estate broker. And
Mark.
several months ago, I helped Mr.
Mark Dauber.
Frazier acquire this a little under 40 acres property on Felder Road. Had an old pond site on it and a lot of trees, of course. He's reinvigorated the pond, and he wanted to be able to take his granddaughter and his wife out there on weekends and fish. And there's an old home site that burned some years back on the site. So there's a slab still there, and he wanted to be able to park his camper on the slab on the weekends and have electricity to it and fish. And I neglected to let him know that in order to have power to a temporary structure like that, you have to have a variance from the board here. So that's what we're here for. So he can get a variance so he can get electricity run so they can stay there on the weekends sometimes and fish.
Are there any questions from the board?
I have one.
All right.
So it's just for, I'm sorry, it's just for power so that the RV can be plugged in?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, eventually they want to build a home there in a few years, but in the meantime, yes.
Got it. Thank you.
Any other questions from board members? Any questions from the audience? Any questions from the audience?
Question. I'm sorry, Ms. Brown.
Okay.
Is the RV going to stay there all the time or just come and go?
No, I was gonna leave it down there,
You're going to leave it there?
on the slab,
On the slab?
yeah.
Okay.
I have spoken with both the homeowners on each side of the property, and neither of them have any objection.
Okay.
Okay, are you going to live in it?
No, ma'am.
Okay.
Just only when it's real hot or get to raining, and my baby, my daughter down there with me, they can go up there out the rain, out the weather.
Any other questions, board members? I'll entertain a vote.
I move that we approve the variance as presented.
Second.
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 Who did the second?
I did.
Both of y'all. Ms. Shaw. All right. All in favor, let it be known by raising your right hand. Abstentions?
I recused.
Recusals? The motion passes.
Thank you, Board.
Thank y'all. Have a good night.
Item number 3 is presented by Jackie Doherty, requesting a street side yard variance and a height variance for a privacy fence to be located at 6101 Greta Place in an R75S zoning district.
Good
Good
afternoon.
afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Sir, I need your name.
My name is Jackie Doherty, and thank you for having me today.
You're Mr. Doherty?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
I'm requesting a 1-foot variance to my privacy fence on the back side of my property. Currently, I extended the patio, and I currently have a 6-foot privacy fence on the back now. However, when I stand up, it's just like there's no privacy fence at all. The neighbors can see me, and I can see them. And on the side where my pool is, I'm afraid if I don't get that increase, then there may be a problem with my neighbor, because when I stand up, I can look directly, if the curtains are open, I can look into their bedroom, and I don't think that's a good idea.
Okay. Now,
I think you should have a...
you took down the old privacy fence, and then you had the new privacy fence put up, correct?
Yes, I had the old property fence removed. I extended them a patio, and therein lies the problem. My slab is, it caused a variance in height in terms of the old slab and the new slab, and there's about, I guess about a 12-inch variance, a gap, if you will. So when they put the fence in order to be within the regulations, rules and regulations, they put it to the ground, and it only came up about maybe, well, it's a 6-foot fence, but it only allowed me about 5 feet of privacy, if you will. I have some pictures.
Well, let me make sure I'm correct. The fence is installed, or it's to be installed?
It is installed.
Okay, it's installed now.
It's installed now.
Okay, let me finish with my question.
Okay.
The fence is installed, okay, and it's 1 foot higher than allowed by zoning.
No, it's 1 foot shorter. The current guidelines, I think, is 6 feet. And it's up to 7 feet. The one that's installed now is 6 feet. I'm asking for a 1 foot, in addition to the 7 foot, for a total of an 8-foot fence on the back.
Well, you're allowed 7,
Yes,
and you want to make it 8 feet.
yes.
Okay. All right, I got that. Now, our agenda says that the company that replaced the fence built it at 6 feet across the rear property line.
That's correct.
So you've encroached on your rear property owner.
I'm sorry?
You've encroached on your rear property owner, correct? Is
No.
that what that means? Huh?
No.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you.
His
It's okay.
his decking for his pool is 12 to 24 inches high, so he wants the fence tall enough where he's standing on his deck, he can clear 6 feet of fence.
Right, I get that.
Okay.
But, and it's really not our problem to deal with encroachment, okay? But the agenda here says that he built it at 6 feet across the rear property line.
I'm sorry, not across the property line, across the rear of his property.
Oh, the rear.
Along.
When you
I
said
should have
across, I
along.
thought you
Yeah,
meant
no,
encroached
just
on his neighbor.
the rear,
I'm
yeah.
sorry, no.
Across
I
the
worded
rear.
that wrong.
Okay.
Got it. Okay, I got it. Okay. George?
No, I had the same impression you
same.
did, but I got it.
Okay. All right. And so you want to be 5 feet closer to the side yard?
Yes, street.
Is that
Yes,
correct?
sir.
Okay. Any other questions, board members? The fence is the end of the fence where we're talking about the 5 feet from,
It's on,
that's on the
It's on
Woodmere Boulevard?
yes, that's the 5 feet encroachment.
That, the end of the yellow line is
That's the 5
25 feet from the property line.
Yes, that's
Y'all
correct.
see that? So he's 5 feet closer to the side line. That yellow on the top end represents the end of the fence that's within 25 feet of the property line. Okay? Any other questions, board members? Everybody got that? Anyone in the audience care to address this item? If not, I'll entertain a motion.
I move that we grant the variance.
Have a motion to approve. Do I have a second? Mr. Williams?
Yes.
Okay. Mr. Williams seconds. Any further discussion? All in favor, please raise your hand. It's unanimous. Thank you, Mr. Doherty.
Thank you.
Item number 4 is presented by Susan Rabin Golden, requesting a special exception for a mobile home for living purposes to be located at 644 Sprott Drive in an Ag 1 zoning district.
Good afternoon.
Hello.
Hi. Do you need, y'all have the map or whatever? Do you need this?
We do.
Okay.
Okay, you're Susan?
Yes, sir, I am.
Okay.
Susan Raven Golden.
Okay. So you want to put this mobile home for living purposes on this 4.4 acres,
That's correct.
right?
I do own
You're
the-
going to live in it?
Yes, sir. And I do own the property around it, but when it was purchased years ago, it was divided into lots. So this is just one of the 15 and something acres that I own altogether, but it was separated into lots when it was sold, and that's why it's done this way. So it actually will be on 15 and a half acres.
Okay. But this lot that you're putting it on is one platted lot, correct?
That's correct. Yes, sir.
You're going to live in it, you're not going to rent it out,
No, sir.
correct?
That's correct.
Okay. All right, I just have to ask that question.
Yes, sir, I understand.
Okay. Any questions, board members?
You asked my question.
Anyone in the audience care to address this item? I'll entertain a motion.
Motion to approve.
Have a motion to approve. Mr. Howell, have a second.
Second.
Ms. Brown, seconds. Any further discussion? All in favor of the motion, please raise your hand. It's unanimous.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate your time.
Thank you. Item number 5 is presented by Jacob and Cynthia Smith, requesting a street side yard variance for a privacy fence to be located at 2941 Brevard Avenue in an R100 zoning district. Hello?
How are you?
Fine. Tell us what you want to do, Mr. Smith.
We just want to put a privacy fence. We have an existing chain link fence. As you can see, we're on a corner and a lot of car traffic, and we just want to put a privacy fence along that chain link fence. Just in the backyard, nothing towards the front of the house whatsoever. I was told that the original code says it has to be 35 feet off the street, and that's way too close, too far back.
Is the fence where you're proposing to put it posing a visibility problem for traffic, and that is cars coming in and out of an adjacent driveway?
No, sir. We have our driveway. The other driveway is at the opposite end of the other block on Ashley. So it's not, there's no driveway other than mine, you know, I guess 100 feet away would be the nearest drive. It's basically 100 feet from the intersection as well.
I see that drive just to, I guess that's to the north of you. Is that a driveway?
Yes, sir. He's asking if that's the driveway side where that yellow.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's my driveway side.
No, I'm talking about the one north of you.
Oh, well, yes, sir. That's on the opposite end of their house. That's a driveway.
Okay. So how far are you from the back corner? How far is that driveway from the back corner of your fence?
60 feet roughly.
Okay.
Mr. Chairman, I didn't see a problem.
Let's see. Okay. Any questions, board members?
I have a question.
Ms. Shaw?
Okay, the proposed fence is the yellow part on the,
That's correct.
just the yellow part. The red is just the property line.
That's correct.
Yes, ma'am. That's my existing chain link is also on the back part on that red line.
Okay, so you're just gonna have the privacy fence around a portion of your backyard?
Yes, ma'am.
Just not the whole yard?
No,
Just-
ma'am.
Just a portion? Oh, okay, all right.
That's where the yellow line is.
Right.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
yeah, the yellow line represents the fence.
Okay.
That's my existing chain link. It basically goes around the backyard.
Right.
Okay.
Okay,
yeah.
any other questions? Anyone in the audience care to address this item? If not, I'll entertain a motion.
So be it.
We have a motion to approve. Do I have a second?
Second.
Ms. Shaw? Any further discussion? Any further discussion? All in favor, raise your hand. Motion carries.
Thank you.
Okay.
Do we have something in writing from you to get my permit, or?
Right
Yes,
there.
sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Okay.
this one,
We have
bring back next time.
a motion to approve the minutes from the last meeting.
So
Only one
moved.
change is necessary.
Yeah, one
Hold on.
correction.
Hold on, so Tanya can hear it. Tanya, we have one change in the minutes.
Okay, if you look at page 2 of 5, at the top, instead of Miss Shaw, you have Mr. Shaw.
Oh, thank you.
Except for
Yes.
that, everything.
Okay, do we have a motion to approve?
So be it.
Have a second?
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Motion.
All in favor say aye.